Hi everyone, I wanted to set up this channel for a while now, but I've definitely really known where to start. My New Year's resolution this year is to attempt to be better with money. Quick story, I was just in a lot of debt. For a few years back I got to a point where I just didn't know what to do anymore, and I managed to clear a lot of debt with some help. So last year I had a baby and things went a little off track again. Some of that debt has built back up a little bit. So I have decided that this year we are going to get back on track, because I did start doing this budget saving in 2022. No, 23, forgot what year we're in. And I did really well with it actually, and I don't really know why I stopped. I think it was around the time that we found out I was pregnant, so baby savings came first really. So anyway, rambling. I just wanted to share with you how I've got this set up so far. I have some bits from when I did it before, but I've been watching a lot of budgeting videos, and I'm trying to make. I've got a normal diary I had for Christmas, but I'm trying to make my own diary out of a bullet journal, budget diary out of a bullet journal, just until I have the funds aside to actually buy a proper budget one. I don't want to spend money, spend money to make money, I suppose, earn money. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of show you how I've got so far. It's very basic. I'm kind of taking ideas that I've seen other people do and tweak them to my own personal needs. If you think of any suggestions or what I could do better, then please do leave me a comment. It would be really helpful, because I'm just starting out doing this tracking as well. Before I was just doing the planners. So let me show you first what I had already. So I had a shopping, which is where I was putting, so I was doing it weekly. I'd take so much out each week, and that would be set aside for things like food, miscellaneous, fuel, and then the coins. That I did have more in here, but I've taken some out for what I want for the start of January at least. It's going to be obviously a tight month getting over Christmas, but we're keeping it quite simple in January. I haven't really got anything big to buy for until March, when it's my daughter's first birthday. So we'll keep January and hopefully February quite easy. So yeah, that's my shopping one anyway. So I think I'm going to budget for maybe £60 a week, just because our freezer is quite full at the moment. So I'm hoping I won't have to do any major big shops. It'll just be stocking up on the essentials, bread, milk, whatever. Going on to my savings, there is nothing in here at the moment. I'm completely starting fresh. So everything that was saved the first time I did it was used. I started it halfway through 23 actually, and I actually did manage to excuse me, save a reasonable amount for Christmas, and it made things a lot easier that Christmas, because I'd already sort of set aside money for nieces and nephews, because their birthdays are quite close to Christmas as well. So I was able to, I think it was about £200, and it really just helped quite considerably towards Christmas that year. So in the savings, I've got back to bank. So I do intend. I'll come back to that. So what one of my goals is for this year, and it's not maybe a priority as such, but it's something I would like to do, is do the 1 month ahead. So I've got rent, which obviously is halved because I live with my husband. Utilities, I pay for gas and electric. He pays for council tax, so I'm not worrying about the council tax. Water I pay for, he does internet. And then bills, which I forgot what I had that for. Oh, my phone bill, that one was for. because obviously we pay our own phone bills. I think that was all of them. I put insurance in here as well because I want to save up for my car insurance. My parents helped me out last year and I'm paying them back a bit each month, which is a big help, especially with a new baby. So I would like to try and do it myself this year so I don't feel like I'm constantly borrowing off people, because I don't really like borrowing off people. Anyway, so that's, and then in the back here I've got the budget, which it all came with the envelope when I bought it, calendar, and then the monthly, which I don't know if I'm actually going to use yet. I might keep these ones in, but I don't think I'll use the day-to-day ones because I'll use my bullet journal diary. So that's what I've got there. Then I did get quite creative before I had my little one. I made a 50p challenge, £1. As you can see, these have been used already. Some of them have anyway, and wiped clean. So I've got quite a, you can't see that one, it's a £2 challenge, that one. So baby savings, it started, but it kind of went out the window. I probably won't bother with that one now, just because she now has her own savings account that family put money into, and she's doing quite well. So 20 is probably, that probably will be further down the line, because I don't think I'm going to be able to put £20 aside at the start of this year. I'm going to start small. My aim, probably not the tens either, maybe till a bit later on. But I made these using Canva. They're in wallets. I made them, printed them, laminated them. If it's something that people are interested in, I could put them up on Etsy, but they would be digital downloads because I don't have the setup to print them. It might be something I do in the future if everything takes off, but well, small steps. So the 50p challenge, I've actually already put my 50p's in. I've emptied out my purse, so we're doing quite well with that. And already the £1, I've put a few in. The £1 I did complete before, and I did almost complete the £2, but I've wiped it clean. £5, I'm really interested in doing the £5 one, but I wasn't actually going to use this one. Now I have ordered a few more of these from places, but for the time being I've done a very, very basic challenge, and I'm just so I can tick them as I go, and then when my new ones do arrive, I can sort of transfer this over. So it's very basic, but there's 40 little boxes with a goal of 200, and I just think that can be put towards debt, or maybe help towards what was the other thing I said, for the 1 month ahead challenge. Then I also have Christmas savings, which I do want to start, but I'm going to focus on car insurance first and the TV license. And then I've got a rainy day, which I don't know if I'll bother with yet, because I want to do these challenges first. So once these are getting full, I might then start putting away for emergency funds. So that's what I've got, and I have got another wallet coming for the saving challenges. The other thing that I started was the penny saving challenge. Now I made this one, so I didn't do the fancy, I think it's usually over 100. I only did up to £1.40, because that's what I could fit on this tracker to be able to still fit it in the book comfortably. So that's where I am so far with those. Doing quite well on the penny saver, I must admit, but we'll get there. Now, this one, it was a gift, Marks and Spencer's. I haven't actually filled anything in there yet, but it's quite helpful, especially with a baby now, that it's got these extra columns that I can put her appointments in. Try and keep track of birthdays. I'm not the best at that. I like that this one has a childcare, because I haven't 100% yet decided what I'm doing with work, but I don't want to be in a position where I'm going to work to pay for the childcare. So we'll see. We'll assess that in a month or so. But I do like the fact that it's got this, if that is needed. It also has a holiday section, which we might have a holiday this year. It's not a huge need. It's just a want to give our little girl a holiday at the seaside. In the UK still. But the one that I was most interested in is the family budget. So I've already put in what my savings goal for the year are. So a month ahead for me, that's everything. I'm looking at £850. Car insurance, I've rounded it up to £270. TV licence is the standard £170. I know it's £169 something, but I'm rounding up. I would like to have an emergency fund. These two aren't as important as the top ones. But I'd like to start an emergency fund just so that if anything happens, there is that money to dip into. Debt reductions, I obviously pay off so much each month anyway, but I would really like to start chipping away a bit more at that. So I also like the fact that they do it in weeks, because that's how I intend to work, in weeks as well. So the way they've got it, I might work it out so that I know that the rent goes out in the 4th week. So I'd put that in that column. Obviously, as I said, council tax and internet, my husband pays for out of his account, and I do gas, electric and water. So we'll figure it out. Obviously, once I get an idea of the income this month of January, then I can get a better idea of what the budget's going to be. But that's my plan for that journal anyway. So going on to what I've got so far in this bullet journal, it's a basic one I got from Aldi a couple of years ago actually, and I've only just thought I'd found it in while I was clearing out, putting Christmas stuff away, so I thought, well, I'll use that. So I haven't yet done anything on the first page because I don't know if I want to do some kind of index, what have you. You have to forgive me, guys, because it is incredibly basic. But as I said, my aim is to save up for a nice one. Either I might see this through for the year and then save up for one nice one for next year. We'll see. So I'm also terrible with fancy writing, so this is about as fancy as it'll ever get. So this is January. I've already put down when my payday is, important dates. So this month we have the home insurance due. These are little stickers I got from a local craft shop. Then I've got monthly goals, which is begin my weekly budgeting, start money saving challenges, and I want to put extra funds into the gas electric account. I called it power, just it's easier. But just because obviously it's been so cold, and having a 9-month-old in the house, I'm trying to keep it warm for her. So I can't think of any more realistic goals, and I'm not wanting to include things like trying to keep on top of the housework. This is meant to be purely budget finance related. Things like keeping on top of housework, I might do little goals in this one. I'll keep that separate. So this is going to be the income and outgoings. As I said, I don't actually know what the money incoming this month is. I know that child benefit I'll get every 4 weeks, so that's in there, but I don't know what the other figure is. I do know the outgoings, but I didn't want to fill it in until I knew what the income will be, so I'm kind of still imagining how I would like to set this up. So the next page is where I have done my weekly budget and spending, which is how I did set this up in a different journal, which I cannot find anywhere for the life of me. I have a feeling it was in this journal and I ripped the pages out. But anyway, this is how I pretty much set it up before, when I did it a couple of years ago. And it works for me. So January, I worked out, is a 4-week month with the days I get paid. So categories will be, so my main bills, as I said, like rent and gas, electric, etc., they're all direct debits. So the cash will purely be shopping, so like food shop, fuel, which I don't use as much being on maternity at the moment. So I might make that a smaller allowance of fuel and give it to something else. So it was food shop, fuel, miscellaneous, and I forget what the last one was. I don't know if I was budgeting for the where I want to put £10 away for the car insurance each week. I think potentially it was. So yeah, that works out, I think. So I wanted to allocate maybe £30 to food shops because it is only 2 adults really. Little baby girl is doing well on her puree foods, but I haven't introduced many solids to her yet, so that's a bit of a way off before I need to start worrying about extra things. She tends to just have what we have blended up. So I haven't really budgeted for things like, so she's breastfed, so I haven't got to worry about formula or anything like that. Clothes, she's absolutely fine for clothes because she's just had so many for Christmas. Nappies and things like that, my mum actually helped me out with. Very lucky there, I know. I swear by the Fred and Flo ones. I've gone off topic completely. But yeah, so I'm not really budgeting for things like that. I mean, I might end up picking up things like rusks and stuff, but that I would just take out of the food shop. So I would have what it's for, how much I allocate it, how much I've spent at the end of this week, and what I've got left, and hopefully it'll be a plus figure. So then I haven't decided yet whether I'll roll it over to the end of the month and then put that money into different saving challenges, or whether I'll do it each week. I think I'll see how I go with that. That's me assuming I'll have any money left, but I did last time I did this. I just find I work better with physical cash rather than just tapping your card away. Anyway, the next page, I'm not going to show you the figures, but I have set up my debt tracker. So I want to bring these down. Obviously, some of them have crept up since being on maternity leave, but there we go. So today this is the calendar I've drawn out. I don't know whether I will actually keep this in because at the moment there's nothing else on it. It's just got the days of pay, and I was gonna do no spend days, which I had intended today to be a no spend day, but then I ended up buying something online. So I've written in how much I've spent, and I don't know if that's something I want to track, how much I spend each day. I think it might be useful because it might help my online shopping, because it is so easy to tap and buy. And then I don't know whether I want to, I've got this here because this is potentially where I'm going to start February. I'm still deciding if I need any more pages. This one, potentially I wanted to put the total of what I've saved that month, which I think would be really good, beneficial to see the progress happening. But at the same time, I kind of want it to be a surprise that these little challenges are building up and you kind of forget about them. And so I haven't decided exactly yet. Lastly, I do have some more challenges I've bought that are coming. I don't know if I've written them down somewhere. Here they are. So I've got, so much like my £2 challenges, these style of where you can colour them in and wipe them clean once they're done. I have my little notepad that I've been scribbling so much down on trying to get this prepared. I've got a TV licence because that I pay yearly. Gas and electric will be the month ahead. Self-care, I've put that in. Now, I'm not the type of girl that goes out and has her nails done, as you can probably tell. But I do neglect haircuts I suppose. Especially since being a mom, it's always tied up. So I put self-care in, even if it only gets a couple of quid. It's something I can put towards a haircut, because a lot of the time I think I don't have the money for that and it's not a necessity. It's that, and occasionally I do like to get my eyebrows done just because that makes me feel better. Rent is obviously 1 month ahead. Water's 1 month ahead. The car bundle, which includes car insurance, car maintenance, what was the other one? I think tyres is included in there as well, which is handy because I do need 2 new tyres before October. Christmas, I've gone for a basic one because I would very much like later in the year, once the car insurance is paid, I would like to buy another binder specifically for Christmas, because I do like the Christmas savings, but I really like the idea of having more than one. So rather than it just being Christmas and you just save a certain amount, I kind of want it to be split up. So you have one for food, one for gifts, one for parties, whatever, that sort of thing. So it's broken down again and more manageable. Birthdays, Easter I've got one for, just because I do have 2 stepsons as well, so I'd like to buy eggs, and with them being off for the half term, it would be nice to be able to have a day out somewhere. Though I do have a day out as well, but that would be more if we popped into our local city and they wanted McDonald's or something like that, then we can do that. And I've also got the Saveopoly. I don't know if I'll start that straight away. I did see there are some lower figures on it, but it's potluck what you land on. I need to find a dice. So yeah, I'll see how I go, I think, throughout January. I might start in February. And then lastly, I've got a holiday because, as I said, my husband would like to take us all away, which would mean 5 of us, in a chalet or something. But it'd be nice to have some spending money, and obviously I'll pay half towards the holiday as well. So yeah, I've got these coming, and they will go into the extra binder I have coming. So I think that's it for now, guys. Please let me know if you think of anything missed, or if you think of any better ideas for ways of setting this out. Obviously, like I said, it is incredibly basic at the moment. The only page I'm really overly happy with is my setup here, but that was because I had done it once before. So yeah, that's what the plan is for the year, just to try and get on top of everything. And like I said, there's certain things that are priority, which are the current bills and the yearly expenses like car insurance and the TV license, and then saving for birthdays and whatnot. But I really would like to start making a dent in the month ahead, which I think potentially, if I fill out these challenges, I think like the extra 40 I can then put into the month ahead, just so I'm more comfortable financially, that I haven't got to worry. And I do actually have, I forgot I ordered it on Temu, the 100 envelope challenge. Now, I do not intend to do the traditional way. I'm probably only going to stuff it with low numbers, so potentially 5s and 10s, which is still, once it's complete, would be a decent saving. However, I just don't feel like my budget would stretch to being able to put £100 away. So we'll see. I'm going to start off small. I don't want to, run before I can walk. So I think that's everything, guys. Yeah, so wish me luck and Happy New Year to everybody. You'll have to excuse my camera setup for the time being. I don't have a tripod, so that could be something that, if this is something I continue to do, I will invest in. So that's it for now. Happy New Year, everybody. Bye.